Hi viewers, welcome to Xpbtv Africa Issue Todays. Today we are privileged to have a notable public servant who is ever willing to educate us on safety on our roads. You're welcome to the studio, ma'am.
Thank you.
ACC Mata P is Songoyo is the unit commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Agbo Unit C, Delta States. As we all know, every driver who goes out wants to come back safely, whether he drives negligently, whether he has fault in his car. His dream is to go and come back safely. That's why today we have our commandant in the studio to educate us on the importance of seatbelts. So, ma'am, what is the importance of seatbelts in a car? Why do I have to use my seatbelt? Even when I have a brand new car, my car's everything is okay. It's comfortable. Why do I need to use a seatbelt? Why is it important for a driver to use a seatbelt?
It is very important for you to use your seatbelt. In fact, every driver must put on a seatbelt before takeoff.
Okay.
Because what the seatbelt does is that it restrains, in event of a crash, it pulls back the victims and reduces the impact of any crash by 50%. So it's very, very important that not just the driver, but every occupant of the vehicle
Must be on a seatbelt while you're riding.
Well,
That is very good. But we've seen situations where people feel very uncomfortable using seatbelts. There are people that are so fat, as in, like I've seen somebody who said this seatbelt might even stain my clothes.
it beats my imagination. Why should somebody value his shirt more than his life?
Yeah.
You see?
You know, there is this presumption among riders or drivers that, you know, it's safe there, I'm driving where it's not going to crash, nothing is going to happen, you know. I'm just driving from point A to point B, you know. I'm not even driving out of my town, you know.
That's why locally it's called accident, road traffic accident.
Yeah.
You'll never say when it can happen.
Yeah.
Although in road safety we call it road traffic crash.
Yeah.
Because the accident is something that, you know, unexpected, and maybe you don't know the cause. But in this one, you know the implication. You know what you're embarking upon. And you know how to stop it, the preventive measures, but you have refused to apply it. So we say it's a crash.
Thank you very much for that, man. So what is road safety doing to ensure compulsory usage? Is there any program you guys are running, or is there any measures you're taking to ensure compulsory usage of seatbelt by every rider on the road?
Yes. Through our enforcement and public enlightenment, we go to the, like presently, there is no day the patrol team hits the road without passing through all the local motor parks to do what we call early morning cry.
Early morning cry?
Yes. So you like go to the parks, you preach to them.
Yeah, before they hit the road.
Before they hit the road.
That is a very good one.
Yes.
That is a very good one.
So apart from that enlightenment, we make sure we enforce.
Okay.
For instance, if your vehicle is if you are if you are apprehended
for not using a seatbelt,
yes, you'll be made to pay a fine
for that action.
Yeah. And also, we make sure that these things are available. Part of such is collaborative efforts. We collaborate with even local manufacturers like Innocent.
Okay.
We know that Innocent produces seatbelts, or however you can get it. So we make sure it's there in the market, and we enlighten these people. Don't feel that the one, because sometimes those that are patronizing these used vehicles, what they call tokumbo, sometimes in the course of importing those vehicles, they cut the seatbelt off.
Yes, that's like the waffle as they call them.
So now, when you come back home, we encourage them to go to the market and get the parts to fit back the seatbelt, because in most cases, the life depends on it.
You've heard from our guest today. She said seatbelt is very important, and if you're not using your seatbelt, you're endangering your life. Seatbelt could reduce the casualty to 50%, and also if you're caught not using seatbelt, you'll pay the fine. Remember, now we are facing economic situations. There is scarce resources. Why do you want to waste your time and your money? Why don't you use your seatbelt to avoid being caught by road safety or losing your life in a crash? Thank you very much for that, man. A commercial driver may be driving a vehicle. He has a passenger at the front seat. Now, he's not using his seatbelt. Here comes the road safety. Who is to be blamed and who pays the fine? I'm a driver, I'm using my seatbelt. But my passenger refused to use his seatbelt. And he's in a commercial vehicle. There's a limit to the action I can take on him because he paid his money. Now, road safety stopped me. The front rider is not using his seatbelt. Is there any consequence for that?
Let me start this way. It is believed that once you are paying to join a vehicle, you're paying for your safety.
Exactly.
For your safe arrival at that
is
destination. That's the belief. Now, he enters the vehicle and you are the driver. It behoves on the driver to educate and insist that the passenger fastens his seatbelt. Because one, it's the driver that is enlightened, it's the driver that went
According
through
to the law, yeah.
Yes. So he should be able to impact it on the passenger to fasten his seatbelt so that he can drop him safely, deliver him safely at his destination. So it is expected that the driver should have the decorum, the manner, the persuasive capability to ensure his passenger uses the seatbelt. Because here we cannot blame the passenger. It is expected that the passenger doesn't know anything about the vehicle he's using. But the driver, you are expected to know little, at least
about the safety rules,
about the equipment you are managing.
Yeah.
You understand?
So that is the presumption. The driver knows the law.
Yes.
So he should abide by the law. Which means as a driver, if you refuse to use it, fasten your seatbelt, I have right to say, come down from my vehicle. Because now you refuse.
Of course.
I can say, okay, take your money or go to another, come back, come down, I don't want to get into trouble, I want to deliver you safely.
And what we try to impact on them is like when we get to the motor parks, we tell them, do not in any way take another passenger for the mere fact that the other person has rejected him. Yeah. If you work as a team, exactly, you have agreed that no seatbelt, no movement, everybody will comply. But it's bad for maybe economic reasons or out of avarice or greed, so to speak. If you refuse carrying me, another driver
is even on
ready.
You to come around.
Will even go out and begin to load along the road.
Exactly.
So this is what we are working towards. We go to them, we talk to them, and we even strategize with them. We go to the extent of even going to offices sometimes to do free drivers education so that they'll know what it means. We cannot achieve this together alone.
Yeah,
we can only achieve it, together. So if we talk to them, this is the strategy. one man rejects him, the other one follows suit.
Yeah, so he will learn from that rejection.
Oh yes.
Man, it seems the road safety corps mandate looks more of humanitarian than normal paramilitary or
Definitely.
whatever.
Definitely.
Because people care more about the safety of every citizen.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a very good one.
That's why at times you see maybe the enforcement officers tend to be so, is it obstinate?
Yeah.
And some people will like, these people are demons.
Yeah.
They
No,
cannot-
actually, people fear road safety on the road, even if road safety does not carry firearms. Every rider is very conscious of road safety and custom, these two things. You know, there is this natural fear, but you guys are more of humanitarian, you are more of safety, as in you go home and meet your family safely.
Exactly.
That is a very beautiful one. So, is there any law concerning this seatbelt? As in, is it like a road safety act? Is it a law, or is just out of compassion if people want people to be safe? That's why you say use your seatbelt.
It is a law, and at the same time, compassion, care for life, because we
Yeah.
have our own targets. You know, as was it yesterday, we had our United Nations another Accra Convention,
Okay.
2021 to 2030.
Convention.
Yes, the target is that Nigeria should be one of the safest when it comes to driving. So, and if you don't go this way, you definitely lose your worth, your value in the society.
But do you think these drivers understood the mandate of road safety, that all we are doing, all we are saying is for you guys to be safe, for your family and for yourself, not even me? Do you think the driver have this mentality as that road safety wants your best?
They have it, but you know, the normal tendency of a human being is when he begins to think of a selfish interest, he wants to cut corners, he will bring up every excuse, you know, to justify
His action.
his reason for defying the law. Some will even tell you if they drive into water,
Can you imagine that?
how do you survive? But what we tell them is, fasten your seatbelt, friend.
So, ma, what advice do you have for road drivers out there who have this habit of not wanting to use their seatbelts? Which advice you want to advise them to do? Because this program, a lot of people are watching these programs and they want to get educated about seatbelts. So, what advice can you give to the general public?
The one and only advice is, please use your seatbelt, both drivers and passengers, because in most cases your life depends on it. God saves, but do the little expectation and God will take care of the rest.
Thank you very much for that, ma. You've heard from our commander today on the studio. She have advised and appeal for us to use our seatbelts because your life matters. If you don't care about your life, road safety corps cares about you, your family cares about you. The essence of this program is to enlighten us and to help reduce crash on our roads. The road safety act most often on compassionate care, and they care about your life. That's why they are there, giving you and enlightening you about the road. And we are glad to have a commander who always, out of our tight schedule, create time to educate us. Thank you very much, ma, for coming to the studio today. And in subsequent time, we may call upon you again to educate us more. Thank you for staying tuned. My name is Kofana Ihabo. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across all social media, Xpbtv Africa. Thank you for watching today's program.
Audio